Hello everyone, welcome back to Mad About Cards and Crafts. This is a milestone celebration for two people that I absolutely adore, Sin from Stampin' Munchkins and surprise Sharon Luska. We're celebrating you too with your 500 subscriber milestone. Both women are fantastic creators. I'm going to show you some of the products that inspire, or cards I should say, that inspired me. This is my card that I created today. I did incorporate my mix and match series using the Greetery and Pink Fresh Studio, but let's get to Sin. This is one of her chevron stripes, and those are two sentiments from Pink Fresh Studio. This is a company that both of us adore. This is the first banner die that they released. I am going to be using the slim line version, and here's one more card of Sin's that incorporates some stamps from Pink Fresh Studio. My card incorporates one of the videos that Sharon Luska created. I will link that video below. Here is one of her beautiful card creations using flowers. This is something that we both hold near and dear to our hearts. Here is another bright and shiny card. I love this card. It's so fun. And then lastly is going to be another sunflower card that again shows her love of florals. So let's get started and jump right into the products that I'm using. I started off with, as I said, the Greetery, and the Greetery is one of my favorite companies. This is the Botanicuts Sunflower. I have a Greetery profile in my playlist, and I have a video that shows me using these florals in one way, but I'm going to take Sharon's video and change them up. This is the Oopsie Daisy stamp set, and I am just going to use the stem. As I said, Sin and I share a love for Pink Fresh Studio. I have incorporated the banner dies, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite die sets for slimline dies. This is some Wow embossing powder in metallic copper. These are art glitter prills, and they are Gala Glitz brown. Aren't they pretty? I've had this Salvage District paper, and these are two Pink Fresh Studio espresso and licorice inks. The licorice is more of a gray. The espresso is more of a brown. Both have purple undertones. They go perfectly with this Prima paper. I've had the paper in my collection for a very long time. I have not broke it out and used it. If you've watched my channel at all, you do know that one of the reasons that I did decide to go with slimline is so that I can use some of my 12 by 12 paper pads. I have had these for quite some time, and I have been hoarding them, and it's time that I use them. I really love the vintage look of this paper. I'm going to do a very quick flip through. Those are some cards that won't be used today, but I am going to use some of those stickers. I start with one set and change my mind on the sentiment. And then let me show you how beautiful. If you love vintage, these papers are definitely for you. They are so beautiful and fun. Prima just makes some amazing products, and I have a lot of their paper, and this is just one time that I thought for sure that I would pull these out. Now, we are going to start by cutting out some of the elements. I'm going to start by cutting out the banner dies, and I am going to cut all 3 layers. So I will show you the paper that I chose to use, and I'm going to start by cutting them down so that they will fit into my Gemini. So I cut the little top tabs off, and then I'll bring in my dies, and I will start measuring to see where I want the paper, which part of the patterns that I want to use on with my dies. Let me get to some of the prizes. This is a huge giveaway. We have 6 prizes, I believe, in all. Delaney Jane, Renee was not able to participate in the hop this time, but she has kindly donated a prize. So she is offering a Ink and Inspire, an Inkspire and Create kit, which is from Courtney Krieber. This is one of her new endeavors. If you haven't checked her out, I am going to link her. Both she has an online magazine and she also is creating kits. So I'm going to put both of those links below. Let me get to the card real quick. I started out by using that espresso ink on the first layer of these banner dies. And now I'm coming in with the licorice, which is more of a gray, and I am using it just to put it around the edges. Here I'm going to take these over to my die cut machine and I am going to cut out a ton of the florals. So here is my stack. I'm only going to show you a few. This was the technique that Sharon shared in her video. So she took the petals and she put even more cuts into them, which is going to give them a really nice daisy look. This is the, not a daisy look, but more of like an aster look. I'm sorry. So this is the flat piece, which you would think would, it's basically the base for a sunflower, but I am going to cut those as well. And that is going to add even more dimension to these flowers. It's a genius idea. Sharon is super creative when it comes to techniques. She has some really fun, informative videos over on her channel. So if you have not subscribed to her, please head over and make sure that you watch her video today. She has no idea that we are celebrating her. I know that Sharon is super selfless. She gives so much to others and asks nothing in return. And she deserves to be celebrated just like all of us. And I wanted to make sure that she knew that we absolutely adore her. We are so happy that she was part of the original Team Tiny team with us. And I wanted to celebrate her as well. So here I'm doing just a little bit of fluffing and look at the dimension that I'm getting. I come in with that espresso ink again, and I am going to also add the licorice. So I'm adding some color to these flowers. Both of these inks go so well with the paper from Salvage District that I have chosen. I'm going to fluff again, and then I'm going to come in with those prills. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm going to do a little bit of embossing. So I'm going to take that Versamark pad. I'm going to just lightly rub them over the petals. Then I'm going to put that Copper Wow embossing powder over the top. Do some or heat my heat gun up, and then I'm going to melt that onto those flowers. And look how pretty. I've got a little bit of shimmer and shine. I've got color that matches my paper, and I'm loving it. Here I'm going to come in with that art glitter glue, and I am going to add my prills, and then I will set those aside to dry. Then I'm going to come in and bring my celebration of sin. Here we go. Those are the banner dies from Pink Fresh Studio. Aren't they beautiful? I am going to layer those up, and I decided that I would take the Oopsie Daisy leaves and stems, and I'm going to use those as the grounding for my flowers. So I will lay them out, take them over to my Misty, and then I am going to stamp them with Versamark ink, clear embossing ink, and then I will use that copper powder again. There's a slight disconnect from the top left stem, and I am going to use my Versamark pen, and I am going to connect those lines and add more embossing powder after I heat this up. So as far as the other prizes in the hop, Katharine Kelly is offering 2 gift cards to scrapbook.com. Sin is offering 1 $25 gift card to her shop, Stampin' Munchkins. Head over and take a look. I'm going to add that link in the description box below. She also carries Pink Fresh Studio in her store. I have laid one layer of the paper onto a 4x9 sheet of Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. So the paper was cut down to 4x9 as well. This was that top piece that I cut off. I am using that to go across the top and create a little bit more interest. I didn't quite get a straight line when I laid this down. It wasn't because of the way I laid it, it was the paper. I added some 3M foam adhesive to the back of that second layer. I thought I was going to lay them on top of each other just straight from the top, but I decided to add a little space for both of them. So here everything is laid down. You can see that I have not added that VersaFine ink yet. I'll put my flowers in place and then I'll come back and connect that line. So the other prizes, I am offering 2 gift cards. One for 7 Kids Craft and the other for Jamie's Not Too Shabby Shop. Both of these shops are fabulous and near and dear to my heart. What do you need to do to win these prizes? So you need to leave comments along the way. If you can subscribe, if you haven't already, that is absolutely something that we would love, especially to Sharon and Cin's page. Like, comment, let us know what you like about the hop. Give us some love. Tell us what makes you happy about Sharon and Sin if you follow them. You saw that I took initially I had 2 sentiments that I was planning on using, and I decided that it took up too much of the real estate. So I am bringing in this believe and dream sentiment, and then I am going to add some foam adhesive to the back of it and put it down on my card. And that is pretty much going to be my card today. I'm going to show you a couple of photos at the very end. Actually one photo at the end of my card, and then there'll be some videos if you want to see more of what I create. These are from Pink Fresh Studio as well. Sin absolutely loves her jewels, and so I thought that I would add some of these brown colored ones to my card, and that will pretty much finish it. So as I said, make sure that you let us know what you like about the hop. I hope that you enjoyed this video and this card. Sharon, you are fabulous. We love you. Sin, one of my favorite creators. Thank you both so much for always being so supportive, and we hope that you enjoyed this celebration of your accomplishments. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Hop along, enjoy, and the next creator will be linked in the description box below. Have a great day.